Hi, welcome to my channel. I cannot believe I just said that. It took a long time before I finally had the courage to come on in here and do this. I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot this for the last time. I think this is my fifth one. I'm nervous. I'm scared. You're gonna see my face go super serious in a minute because I'm scared. I am from Senegal in the west coast of Africa and I live in Florida in the United States of America. I left everybody and came here for a better life and a better opportunity. But I think that was the most scary stuff anybody could do. But when you ignore the danger, you probably have more chance of succeeding. I never really knew the danger, to be honest, when I was coming here. All I knew was how beautiful and how great it was. So I am gonna go ahead and have that same mentality again with anything that I do in life. Life has taught me to not be so naive at the end of the day. Things are not that way. But I choose to go ahead and just be positive with a lot of stuff. So I don't know if I said it earlier, but my name is Alina and I'm from Senegal. Again, this just shows how nervous and scared I am. I have a lot of excuses these times to why I should not do this and could not do this. But I ran out of excuses. I really did. The first reason why I guess it took me so long to do this is what people will think. What people will think about me doing this. I'm such a shy person and private person. I don't like for people to even ask me super private questions because I don't do that with people. But I just have to do this. One of the other reasons was, well, your accent, girl. Are you even speaking English? My first language being French, it's kind of hard for me to speak English without an accent. And I'm not trying to lose my identity at all. I'm African and I'm very proud to be one. That's not even the question. The question is to be criticized because of my accent, because I had it happen. I don't know how many times I went to a McDonald's or just any drive-thru and that person was like, huh? Ma'am, can you repeat yourself? It kind of does something to your self-esteem when you're not from here. But the longer I was here and I understood that, well, not everybody knows foreign people. And the city I live in is not as open as a big city like New York, where I never really had that problem. One of the other excuses that I have was, well, you're not skinny enough. You're not big enough. You're not brown enough. You're not black enough. You're not light enough. You're not ugly enough. You're not pretty enough. Man, I had just all these excuses, and some excuses I was making up myself. This thing called fear was holding me back from something that could be greater than anything I could ever possibly even think of. And then I have my whys. I am a woman who's battling with infertility. You know how a woman just can get her pregnant? I can't. I had a fibroid, it was taken out. In November of last year, a doctor told me that I had a low AMH, which means that my eggs are running out sooner than a lot of women, or that the quality of my eggs are not as good as people my age. That was shocking, to say the least. I was not expecting that. In my family, we are pretty fertile. My mom had 6 children, 3 girls, 3 boys, even though I never met her. She died before I was born. but we never had that problem. So I thought just because I was from this West African family that is so fertile, that means I am too. But no. My other why was I'm tired of just being alone. I miss my family a lot of the time. Sometimes I don't know what to do with myself. I'm like, is it even worth it? Being so far away from my family. One of my customers just reminded me of that thought when she told me, hey, do you have any contact for emergency if something happened to you? And I was like, what do you mean? I guess me not thinking about all of that made it easier for me. Because thinking about all of that, and she was like, well, if you need a contact, go ahead and give my number. And by the way, I thank you. You'll recognize yourself. Thank you so much. So my whys, at least one of my whys, I want to be closer to my family. Even if I decide to only live in the United States, I want to be able to pay my parents tickets to come visit me anytime I want to. The other why that I have is I have my dream is too big and it could help too many people. I have no right to hold it in. I cannot even do that. How am I here supporting men and women, talking about helping people in their lives, but I let this thing called fear, hold me back. My reasons are, maybe if I can go ahead and have these videos watched enough to be able to monetize my YouTube channel, I can go ahead and pay for my parents' ticket. I can go ahead and have my IVF done and finally become a mother. I can go ahead and adopt. I would love to adopt. I have so much love to give to these children. Anybody who comes close to me, trust me, I ask them. So how do I do to adopt? So it's not as easy because I go back and forth so much. I talk to a lot of people and they told me because of these children being through a lot of trauma, we will need somebody who is a little bit more stable. So my whys, at least some of my whys are those. So I am here in front of you, not knowing much about what I'm doing, and just coming and doing it. This is hopefully to promote my business into interior design. But right now my financial situation is so crazy. That's gonna be in a whole nother video. That even if I tell people, hey, I am an interior designer, they will not believe it. So I have one project going on home, and I am about to go ahead and release that little by little and show my talent, and hopefully this business that I am about to launch would go ahead and just provide me with the financial freedom that I need to finally be. Just to be, I am a very happy person. My happiness has nothing to do with my financial situation. I am always finding ways to see the positive side of things. I'm always looking at things to be grateful for. Man, I'm up. Thank you, God. I'm alive. I'm healthy. What the hell am I complaining about? Yes, I want more. I'm not content yet with where I am, but I'm very grateful because I know it could be way worse. I will talk about myself more in these videos coming. I just hope I would have the guts to go ahead and release this one, at least for the first time. I will try to post twice a week. I was thinking about Sundays afternoon, and Thursday.